Hello, welcome to Create Your Past. I am Dr. Kirsty Close. I have been working as an academic historian for over 10 years now, and I am currently a single mum. So I am working some casual contracts for different universities and wanted to expand the way that I do history. I think there are some limitations in the way we do it in the academic arena, and so I wanted to branch out by starting my own business and exploring the different ways in which we can tell history and engage with people outside of the universities to tell stories and pass information on to future generations, if not existing ones. So I've been really enjoying my time working with Pacific Islander students. I've been working with the University of the South Pacific in Fiji for a couple of years and continue on there as a postgraduate supervisor. And then currently I am working for the Pacific Adventist University in Papua New Guinea, and my students there are extraordinary. I think they have so much to say, and we only get to cover so much in a semester. Sometimes I'm lucky and I get to talk to them for 2 semesters in a row because I will teach Papua New Guinean history and Pacific Island history. But there's so much more we can do, and I like to keep in touch with them after we finish in the classroom. So I thought, even if this video just reaches you guys that I have worked with previously, then that is enough for me. I would really like to help you guys keep your historical research going and help you to get it out into the world in different ways. Likewise, I have some amazing friends who have a lot to say but don't get much time to get their ideas out there, and I think some of them will know who they are. My very dear friends who we don't get to keep in touch very often, but often we'll send each other a little Facebook message and then, just keep the love flowing around the Pacific, and even up around the world as everyone travels around. So I'd really like to invite some of you guys onto this channel and maybe even create a podcast or something like that where I can draw some of your wisdom and knowledge out and get it into the broader sphere. So that's really what this is all about. Yes, I have been really interested in telling histories that are not necessarily easy to access. An example of that was with my great grandmother. I wrote a history about her for a class I did at University of Melbourne during my master's degree, and she had really not been talked about in my family. My grandfather was a man of few words, a lot of cheekiness, but few words, and his wife made up for that. Don't worry. And so when I had the opportunity to look into a woman who had been touched by the suffrage movement in Victoria at the turn of the 20th century, I decided to look at Bertha, who my great grandmother. And the only story I really knew about her was that my granddad had come into the kitchen. His dad had been reading a newspaper, and he said, "Oh, your mum's died," and that was it. Like, there was no more discussion about it. My great grandfather ended up being really quite forlorn and really lost without her, and it was not an easy house to be in, possibly before, but definitely after that time. So I wanted to know more about her and lift that silence. And yeah, I don't know if I did the best job, but I did go digging around and found a whole heap of information and was able to trace her journey, from like her family's journey from England, from through Sydney and down to Melbourne, and then up as she went through Sunbury. She was working at there's a big mansion up there, Rupert's Wood, and she was working up there as a maid for a bit, and then she ended up in Tallygaroopna, up just north of Shepparton. So I was really interested to hear her or to learn more about her and able to put that on the page, even though I had no quotes from her, I had no real insight into her own perspective on anything, but I was able to piece her story together. So that's what I would like to help others to do if they're interested, and to bring out some of those histories that may be overlooked, because they are still important, and I think they always, with the past, it shapes our present. And I think the quote I've got up on my wall at the moment from James Baldwin is pretty good. It says, "History is not the past, history is the present. We carry our history with us." And I really believe that he was right with that. So I hope that you will find this interesting. Please contact me if you are interested in getting involved. I want this to be a really collaborative space, and I think that this forum and Facebook will really allow us to do that a little bit more than maybe in a university context. So I'm really looking forward to what might potentially come out of this. It might be a huge flop, but man, I have nothing to lose, so I'm just going to put it out there and see what happens. Have a great day. Bye.